Let's explore how long it would take to pay off various amounts of debt if we paid $1 per second, starting from the year 2024. We'll compare these time periods to significant historical events to better understand the scale of these numbers. We'll start with smaller amounts and gradually increase to larger sums, ultimately comparing to the US national debt of $35.7 trillion. Let's begin with 1,000 seconds. If we started paying off $1,000 at $1 per second, it would take about 16 minutes and 40 seconds. That's about the length of a typical TV sitcom episode. Moving on to 10,000 seconds. This would take about 2 hours and 47 minutes. That's roughly the duration of a long movie or a short road trip. Now, let's jump to 1 million seconds. This would take about 11.6 days. That's about the length of a typical vacation. Stepping up to 1 billion seconds, we're now looking at about 31.7 years. This is longer than the entire careers of many professional athletes. Now, let's consider 1 trillion seconds. This amounts to approximately 31,710 years. If we started paying in 2024, we'd have to go back to around 29,686 BC, which is earlier than the advent of agriculture. Finally, let's consider the US national debt of $35.7 trillion. At $1 per second, it would take about 1,132,314 years to pay off. If we started paying in 2024, we'd have to go back to around 1,130,290 BC. This is well over a million years ago, placing us in the prehistory period where early humans began to evolve. To put this in perspective, the time it would take to pay off the US national debt at $1 per second is about 5 times longer than the entire existence of modern humans. It's a staggering amount of time that's difficult to comprehend. This comparison helps us grasp the enormous scale of large numbers like the national debt. It's important to remember that while these comparisons are interesting, they're simplified and don't account for factors like interest or economic growth. Nevertheless, they provide a unique perspective on the magnitude of such large sums.